Hi everybody, welcome to kdmoonchild's world. I'm Katie and we are here today for a spiritual reading about spring. Yeah, springtime. Ostara, the equinox. It's here finally. What does it have in store for us? This, to me, looks like the tree of life. It's upside down to you guys, but this is the spread I was told to use. So here we go. I need to fix my camera so that it's behind me so you have the same vision I have. Okay, I just got an idea. Thank you very much. Anyway, as we know, this is for entertainment purposes only. This is for fun, and this is for information that may not be from a perspective you had thought of before. So let's get started. Just one moment, bear with me. We will start with this card. These cards are from the Soul Helper deck. By Christine Arana Fader. So, the first card that we're looking for is what seeds should I be planting this spring? Oh, what a wonderful card. Awaken the magic of your creativity. Immerse yourself in the world of feelings. It's very much a water card. Is that a close-up of Miss Ophelia from Shakespeare? Do you feel like sometimes you're trying to be in the flow, but you feel like you're up to your neck in the swamp? I know I do. This card is saying you have magic in your creativity. Figure out a way to get out of that swamp. Does it mean stop paying attention to so much media, whether it be social, news, and just connect with nature? I would say this card is telling us that the seeds that we need to be planting this spring are seeds that benefit us all, including nature. It's very, very important that we stay balanced with nature and not try to control it or have it control us, or it will control us. We are foolish to think we can manage nature. In this card, how can I best nurture these seeds? How can I best help awaken my creativity to get into the clean water flow and out of the stagnation? Oh, I love it. Live playfully and with a light heart. Listen to the voice of your inner child. It's not immature. It's not irresponsible to remember that little boy or little girl that you used to be. That innocence, that wonder. The whole world was a fascinating place. It still is. We can honor our creativity and get out of the stagnation by realizing that it is in the muck and in the mire that sometimes the lotus always grows. Not sometimes. The lotus requires a lot of muck and mire for that seed to germinate. So your spirit is calling you, your inner child is calling you, it is calling all of us. Once you do the things that you are passionate about, whatever it was when you were younger, that seemed to carry you away to another place that did not harm you, did not harm anybody else. In a daydream even. Daydreams are just as important and just as powerful as night dreams. They take you to places where the answers are. They take you deep inside. So here, we go right on across the tree. Hello, globe. What can I do to create balance in my life? And this is from the Neoteric Feminine Tarot. Oh, yes. We get the Strength card. Hold it up there a little closer for you. It's interesting how it's the leopard and not the lion, but yet it's kind of a mixture of both, I would say. This is about courage. It's about bravery and confidence, but yet it's also about compassion, self-confidence, and knowing your inner power. That is where your strength is. That is where your strength lies. That inner power that is there with the child. This child that holds a lotus in her hand. This is the new of the canopy of the tree. We're looking at all of what is the possibilities of spring. As we awaken the magic of our creativity through the playful light heart of our inner child, we will find the strength that we need to access our inner power and exude self-confidence. Not in a way of arrogance, but in a calm, reassuring, I am strong way. Wow. And this card, what can I do to create balance in my life? Strength card is your balance. But to get it to happen around you, oh, wow. With the Seven of Cups. This is the illusion and delusion card. This is the card of making choices. This is also a card of our reminder of a win-lose world we live in, this world of duality. Which cup are you going to choose? Each cup has its own reward, but each cup also comes with a temptation. If you make your choices without understanding both the temptation and the reward, you could be deluding yourself. So search for a purpose. Look for illusion. And take the time to escape into your daydreams. Wishful thinking helps because that is you shining your light. But understand that if you use it as I wish instead of I will, all you're doing is manifesting lack. What you want, you must speak out, think out in the details with strength and confidence. And wishing doesn't speak confidence to me. I don't know about you all. Look at that card one more time. I feel like this woman, there's something hidden in her. She's wanting to let out. But if you look how she's standing, part of her is being held back. She's having a hard time making that choice. You see what the temptation is. That's what each one of those are, an alcoholic beverage. Kind of makes your head up in the clouds and it puts you in a state of an illusion and lack of clarity. And it definitely puts you in a state of indecision. That's totally and completely normal because it's a part of new growth. So up here in the canopy of the tree, we have over here, we need to awaken to get out of the muck and the mire of winter that has been fertilizing us all this time. You don't realize how much growth you do in the winter. Awaken yourself now. It's time to come forward with your magic of the things that you create, the world you want to create. We want to all be in the clear water flow and out of the stagnant waters, where everything is fresh and crisp and clean, where the fish swim by and tickle your face when you're resting in the eddy. This is the state of being in flow. To get there, to be there, we must understand. We have to connect to this world and listen to the voice that is inside of us. That child inside of us that is playful, that is lighthearted, that laughs, that seems very irresponsible to an adult, that makes your children go, what is wrong with my parents? That's the thing. If you never lose track of that inner child and honor that inner child, you do that best by playing with your children just like they play. Be a child with your kids. Because believe you me, all they are, never ever forget it, are short adults. What you worry about, they feel and they worry about. So be playful and live with a light heart. This is how you find your inner strength. When you honor this child and protect this child rewards you with courage, with a sense of going forward without thinking really deeply about the repercussions. This light heart helps you be strong and confident in who you are, because this inner child is your core. All of us, this inner child is our core, not the shell we live in that we call an adult. Yeah, adulting gets really hard sometimes. This spring, our strength is going to come from enjoying the weather as much as possible, being in the garden as much as possible, and play if you need to go on a hike, if you want to go on a bike trip, if you play. Go outside and do a sport. Although this reading is about win-win situations versus win-lose situations, every one of these is awakened to the newness through courage and confidence of the branches that you're on, the connections you have, the people you know, and the people that you love. They're your strength. They're them, your ancestors. They are the bedrock of the soil you're standing on. That's their bones. That stone, that soil you're standing on. Honor it. Because if we don't honor it, we will keep going down this illusion aisle where this section of branches didn't quite get enough sun yet. So the choice of how to flourish is still kind of caught in the clouds, where we know we got to make a choice, but it's not quite wakening up over here. Although it being a Cups card is definitely all about emotion, and we have water over here. So out here on these outer branches is where all the water, all the fertilizer, all the nutrients is coming up through the trunk of the tree out to these bare edges. So awaken your creativity so that you can make clear choices and get your head out of the clouds. So you can flourish with strength, courage of your convictions, of who you are inside, because you've honored that being in there, that child, that sense of wonder with confidence. Kids don't go, ooh, it might hurt me if I touch it. They touch it first and find out if it hurts them. It's an adult that tells them, ooh, don't touch that, it's hot. Or, ooh, that might sting you if you bother it. The child does not know that. Honor that innocence and sense of wonder, because in that is a wisdom profound. Now let's find out about the trunk of the tree. Okay? Here, how can I make use of these longer days? Yes. As each day goes by, they're getting longer and longer and longer till we get to summer and the solstice. This is from the Hidden Realms deck by Colette Baron Reed. It is telling us that we are being guided by the winged wise ones. We have angelic help. We also have miraculous aid. You know, you create miracles. You forget you are one walking miracle. You were born. Birth of all is the original miracle. And look at this woman. She's sprouting wings. She's got wings. She's quite young. She's the juvenile. This is a 7 card as well. Look at the dove, the pure, beautiful dove of peace. She's up on a pillar. And she's stretching out her wings, which is bringing about an awakening of the dove of peace. Ooh. So during these longer days, this is telling you you have more time to be mindful in the sun. As the nights become shorter, we have celestial events coming up that will leave us feeling almost stripped bare. It's telling us to ask for angelic help during the transition time between winter and spring. And yeah, it's the transition time, it's the transition period between winter and spring right now. So it may feel kind of cold out there, but understand at this time we're ending our period of feeling we have to control everything and that we need to reflect and assess everything we hear, all the data input coming at us from every direction. This is why the water is so important here. We're getting it from every direction. So we need the angels to help us. Since this is the foundation of this tree of life, Spirit is wanting me to go ahead and give you the message from the book. Always allies and never challengers. The winged wise ones represent the aid of all the angels. When you enter their realm, know that your sincere lips don't work. Know that your sincere prayers will be answered according to the will of the divine. This also represents divine intervention and the potential of miracles to heal and transform as if by magic. Have faith whatever your circumstances. Heavenly beings are watching over you. The winged wise ones give you a glimpse of the future by offering messages whispered in the wind. These are translated within you as inspired thought, instantly unraveling the past and revealing the present. Be aware of the higher consciousness in you. This is a good time to observe your thoughts through meditation. Who is observing those thoughts? That self is kin to the winged ones who have come to help you soar. That self is kin to the winged ones who have come to help you soar. And this is why the dove of peace is awakening. Focus on your growth. Focus on the changes you need to make. For when you become the changes you want to see, truly become those changes, your whole life is that way. And the world steps into line that way. Because the world is your creation. And you have all the angelic help you could ever want to help you create the miracles that you need to improve your life. All you have to do is ask. It's a part of strength to ask. Okay? I'm seeing a story coming out here. And this final bottom card here. Wow. The Dragon's Duel. This card is about inner conflict, morality, and making a conscious choice. And the story just came screaming out at me. Since this is the base of the tree, these dragons that are intertwined here, those represent the roots that are feeding on the waters in the background. See the waters back here? The wave. The dragon represents the connection between the flow of the water and the flow of the sky. They manipulate and function beautifully in both. This is how we start. So let's get this right too. Since this is the basis of this reading, this is where the story begins. Okay? It doesn't begin up there with creating miracles. It starts down here with the connection between the two types of flow. And our inner conflict, which form our morality and our conscious choice. The Dragon's Duel takes place at the proverbial fork in the road. It's both ally and challenger at once, as it represents the tension of opposites. This card is where we always start. Duality. Even though the truth is that we live in unity, we experience the duality of faith and doubt, love and fear, right and wrong, black and white. This aspect of our current experience asks us to accept that although we may be going one way, another way may call to us to change directions. That calling may be coming from here, or it may be coming from this, but it is coming from the flow of it all. The trunk of the tree. Okay, here's the story. This is the trunk of the tree. This card tells us, what steps can I take to live in alignment with the energies of spring? Here, connect to flow. Get in flow. The tree cannot bring nutrients to its branches to fulfill what needs to be done to make fruit without the flow going through the trunk. If you abruptly interrupt that flow of the nutrient liquid that is flowing up into the tree, these all wither and die. So it is so important to keep the earth healthy, to understand Your inner conflict has to do with your morality and the conscious choices that you're making. If you need to change those choices so that you can bend more in the trunk of the tree like the willow, call upon angelic help from the winged wise ones to help you make and create miracles. Because as you do that, that is how the roots are completely made into branches in the tree. And each leaf on the branch of the tree resembles the roots once more. This is how life goes. This is how flow is. So the message for you all in this card is understand that taking care of your body, your mind, being mindful of your spirit, and honoring yourself, making healthy choices that help build strength instead of confusion. Learn to honor and play with a joyful heart of wonder of your inner child so that you can awaken your creativity. This has been a fun reading. I didn't know how this spread was going to work. I like it. It's fun. Thank you very much. Ostara, spring, we honor you. Thank you for being here, everybody. You are so important to me. If you like this reading, please subscribe and come back. I don't do a whole lot of readings, but I do have a variety of different things that I do. I even do some art in here. So please join me. I would be more than happy to have you join this wonderful group of people in this community. Everyone is so kind. We don't allow mean people here. We kind of kick them out. Anyway, have a great spring, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.